My name is Roop Sidhu. I am a graduate at the University of Wales Trinity St. David, and I finished my course in the Sport and Health course. So I was asked to tell a funny story about how I actually learned about Wales, because I'm actually originally from Canada, Vancouver, Canada specifically. So in Vancouver, Canada, there's a college I went to named Douglas College, and there was an offer to do an exchange program. I was in my final semester of my diploma degree there. And so I decided to look into it, but I wanted to go to America, but it was too expensive. And then when I found out a place that I could go to in Europe, I realized, or they told me actually, that I wasn't allowed to go because I was in my final semester in Canada. So they gave me another option of doing a degree completion program, and there's two options. I didn't know about the second option. The second option was Scotland, but there was also Wales here, specifically at TSD. So I obviously just jumped on the gun and wanted to go into studying abroad. I've always wanted to study abroad. I've always wanted to travel the world, and I just figured this is the best thing for me to do that. So I applied for it on a whim. I saw the pamphlet. I talked to some of my counselors over there and back in Canada, and they said I was able to do it if I bumped up my GPA. So I worked my butt off for the last semester, bumped my GPA up to over what the limit was, the requirement was, and I applied on a whim, and I got it. And then here I am now, a year later. Here I am. So it's not that funny, but it's funny how it's on a whim that I decided to go to to TSD over here. So everyone's been telling me that Wales is, oh, so cold, it's so wet, it's so rainy. I live in Vancouver, and the nickname in Vancouver is called Raincouver, because we'll have lovely weather, beautiful sun, and then all of a sudden it'll be raining, like so much rain, and then it'll go back to being sunny, or maybe it'll go to snowing. So I'm like, okay, so I bought a lot of clothes just to make sure I'm really warm. I overpacked, by far overpacked. I come here, and I get the exact same weather as I did back home. So I overpacked for nothing. I used maybe a third of the clothes that I brought. So it's wonderful here, but when people say it's too cold here, if you live in Vancouver, no, it's the exact same as Vancouver. So if you're a future Vancouverite student coming over here, don't worry. My sport and health course. So I was very nervous coming in at first because I'm coming from a different country. Everything was so vast and so different. I've never actually left North America, so this was a big first for me. And to come here, I was so nervous, so scared. And then I met a friend. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say his name, so I won't say his name. But I met a friend. He was my first friend I made here, and ever since then, it just, boom, just like that. I made like 100 friends within 2 days. It was crazy. I joined the rugby team right away. I had a great time with the rugby team. I wasn't ever bored, or I wasn't ever scared to be alone because I'm traveling away from home for the first time. I was just having a great time here. The social experience here has been exceptional. By far exceeds my expectations. Yeah.